All right, it's time to give our strong opinions on different things that are bothering us, and we want to pass them along to you to start your Monday with crabbiness. Well, you know, that woman at the casino, bothersome.
That's your strong opinion?
No, I'm just...
Quit smacking the screen.
And the couple that I took a picture of that I showed you.
Yeah, some lap dance.
There was a guy playing a slot machine, and his lady was sitting on his lap. No. That's not what we do.
It's pretty hot.
It is not hot.
They love each other.
But my real strong opinion today is very quick, and I will just say this. It's stupid, but it's a nuisance to me. You know, you start watching a show on streaming, and then you're like, nah. I want those gone.
Oh, you can do it in some of them.
Yeah, but
you can clear
that continue watching thing, I'm not ever going back.
Oh, really?
I gave you a shot.
I live there.
No.
If you don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I quit. There
is a way, because I've done that with a show where it just kept showing up and I'm like, get out of here, and I figured it out.
You want to be able to remove one of them.
Or whatever, like stuff that I started that I'm never going back to that I quit because I'm like, nope, you're not worth my time.
Right.
There's lots of stuff out there to watch. You're not my thing.
Yeah.
You're not for me.
Maybe not every service has that available, but I know I have found it because of that same reason where I'm like, I don't even want this on here. I'm embarrassed that I tried to watch this.
Yes. It's like a reminder of, oh, that was a low night for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or like I've started the wrong thing and then realized, this is not the movie I want. And then it's always there.
And can I say something else?
Yeah.
If I'm paying for your streaming service, I don't think I should have to watch commercials for other shows that you have on your streaming service.
Yeah,
Agreed.
they give you, like Apple does that, but you can skip them. But if you don't get it quick enough,
yes,
then you're watching an ad for, You're like, I pay to not have ads.
I pay for this.
We are just getting beat up by these companies constantly. There's just nothing we can do.
Yeah.
To quote Chris, it's the worsening of America.
And can I say one other thing?
Well, yeah.
This is TV. When I had HBO, I was very aggravated that, like, I think there was a point in time when I wanted to watch Game of Thrones, but it was not available on pay-per-view. This is before Max became a thing. I think that all of HBO's shows should be available if you pay for HBO.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
I agree. We've yet to figure out this whole streaming thing because watching TV is a different experience now because you used to be able to sort of flip. The flipping thing, I know we can still flip within cable, but, if you're not... I think more of us are probably jumping between streaming services.
Yes.
And you're just kind of in one. We almost decide first, like, we're going to watch something. We pick a streaming service and then cruise that one until we find
That's
the thing.
exactly right.
It's a little weird. Like, they haven't figured that out yet. And if I could just launch into my strong opinion because it's in the same world I'm very relieved that finally I can watch the Cardinals game after what I think was 2 or 3 seasons that I couldn't because it wasn't a part of YouTube TV. And now you can. I paid for it through Amazon, but they make that even harder to get to. And then the early game yesterday, I could not find. The late game was on ESPN.
Because it was a rescheduled rainout.
Exactly.
But it was on just their channel.
But I couldn't.
But it's a streaming thing, it's got to be put in as this event, this time. It's not just, I can go to that channel.
I got it.
The way I access that channel is also through my Amazon, which maybe that was a mistake on my part. Maybe I should have just paid for the app outside of it. Makes it very, very difficult. So I was, unless there was something that I didn't figure out, I was unable to watch that game, and it really bummed me out. Overall, again, I'm happy they offered a way for people like me to be able to watch it. I've enjoyed it already this season. But we got to figure that out. It's what you're talking about. It's what I'm talking about. We got to figure out this. I think they make now a little almost like a switchboard to quickly go between your streamers. And some remotes now
have them on there. That'd be great.
But only some of them. It's never all of them. It's usually a Netflix button, Amazon Prime button, but
it's whoever pays to get on that button.
Exactly, which is smart. But so now they make these switchers where you put the logo up, and that's pretty cool. But we got to get that figured out.
Yeah, I agree. All right, you.
Mine does not segue or dovetail into either of your opinions. Unfortunately, it's completely separate. But it's something that we all dealt with probably over the weekend, over the last few days. And I don't, if there's if there's ever an opportunity for me to come up with any sort of solution to a strong opinion which is negative, I try to do it. Sometimes I don't have an answer, but this one I feel like I may have an answer for it. So the annoyance to me, it's been raining multiple days, so carts are just wet now. Like there's no secret bank of carts. If you look around at the grocery store, you're like, oh, those are the dry ones are over there. And you grab a dry one. They've all been getting rained on today is fine, obviously, but over the weekend, it seemed like every place I went to, you go to grab a shopping cart and it's just dripping wet. And you're like, ugh, all right. And I know some places will have somebody there kind of wiping off the handle or whatever, which is nice. But I don't expect that. I don't expect a towel treatment when I'm getting a grocery cart. I think it's just the luck of the draw. Sometimes you get a dry cart, sometimes you get a wet cart. I'm not going to stand there all day to try to find a dry one. But it is annoying. And I had an idea. So sometimes at a car wash, some places, and a lot of them have a dryer that you drive through.
Yeah.
Blows air down. And it's just one big vent that blows down on your car. And it doesn't dry your car perfectly, but it gets a lot of the water off. How about a cart dryer? So for the grocery stores, Walmarts of the world, if the carts are wet, as you're pulling them in, you just bloop, hit the cart dryer as you push the carts through to get them back in. So now instead of being...
But the person would get blasted too.
Well, you don't even, you just get to a certain point and you turn it off. You don't have to walk under the air dryer. Because it only pushes air down in a straight line. So imagine as you're walking through that straight line, all the carts are going through one at a time. And then that person is at the very end, or actually in Walmart, they've got robots usually. But you get to the end, then you just turn it off and push it the rest of the way. So then most of those carts, they're not dry, but they get all that
You're saying
extra water.
The consumer can bring a cart in and get
I'm
it
saying
dry.
as they're bringing the carts in, they just run them through
in that big
this
line
dryer.
because they're moving them all together.
Yeah. And it just knocks some of that water off because that's a real fall hazard. Because I went to several different stores.
Slippery stores.
And it's just
ground.
wet. The whole floor is wet because you're tracking in water on you. And then you grab that cart that's soaking wet. And now that cart is all wet. And people is going to fall. And that's bad. And plus, all your stuff gets wet then.
There you go. That you have an idea for if anybody wants to spend.
One of those little dryer, not a full size, just a small dryer. You walk it under that thing, walk those carts under that, and it gets most of that water off.
Can I piggyback on that?
Of course.
There are all these solo car washes now with nobody working. You pay and you pick what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
That dryer is not near long enough at the end of those car
that's true.
washes.
No.
It is a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke to think that my car is going to be dry in 7 seconds. It's not even.
Right.
I don't even think it's 7 seconds. I know you want to try to get them in.
Through, sure.
You need to fix that because
And-
you are not cheap. You're paying $15
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
for one of these car washes. It is not near long enough.
Yeah.
Now, you go to my gas station one at Circle K, it's so long that I'm like, well, I don't know what you guys are, but I stay for the whole time.
You wanna
It's like
drive.
it's like 75 seconds.
Have you ever been through one of those auto ones with your window down? It's too long. Which I have.
And it doesn't work as well as you would think on the inside.
Yeah, I know. Still pretty wet in there.
I mean, those were some opinions, and they were strong. We are the Courtney Show on the Arch.